Good morning. Welcome to Cutharinga Bowls Club, or day 3 of the Gallivant Travel Dunn Cup. Fairly slightly overcast day today. It's a little bit cool. And before we get underway too much, we would like to acknowledge our sponsors. Gallivant Travel, naming right sponsor for the Dunn Cup. Hutchison Builders. Lexmar Training. Signs of Excellence, Muddy's Kitchen, Cutharinga Rhinos, and North Queensland District Men's Bowls Association. We'd like to welcome everybody to our live stream this morning. We've got a cracking game coming up for the first game between a couple of the major gun teams. Before we get started, I'll just give everybody a rundown on the leaderboard. In Section 1, we have South Townsville leading with 4 wins plus 37. Cutharinga coming second, 4 wins plus 32. Brandon, 3 wins plus 19. Ingham, 3 wins plus 8. Thuringowa, 2 wins plus 10. Noola, 2 wins minus 1. Goode, 1 win minus 35. Collinsville, 1 win minus 49. Home Hill yet to open their account with a minus 21. In Section 2, we have JUBILEE. We have Suburban leading with 5 wins plus 74. They are yet to have a bye, so that gives them that little extra zip there. JUBILEE, 4 wins plus 71. Bourne, 4 wins plus 38. Alligator Creek, 2 wins plus 28. Magnetic Island, 2 wins minus 8. Ayr, 1 win minus 27. Gold City, Charles Towers, 1 win minus 38. McNade, 1 win minus 56. And Wangaratta, yet to open their account with a minus 62. We have a major game on this morning between Suburban and JUBILEE. Several Dunn Cups. In both sides. A very high quality is playing second, Josh Bourne. Third is Duane Cahill, and skipping the side is Justin Cribbin. For Suburban, leading up is Ian Crichton. Second, Eddie Whitehouse. Playing third for Suburban is Neil Davis, and David Goode is their skip. They're just just running through their trial ends at the moment. Today is what we historically call moving day, where heartbreak reigns supreme, and in some cases Jubilee or jubilance runs supreme, because with the draw, the way the draw is, anything can happen, especially with the top 4 clubs. There's usually quite a lot of movement between their positions. Okay, now on your screen, if we can get the leg out of the way, we have Percy the Pelican. Now Percy, you might need to have a little bit of imagination looking at that. He's either had a very bad accident at some stage in his life, or somebody was a little bit confused when they picked him up and thought it was a pelican. But he is the mascot for JUBILEE Bowls Club. Percy the Pelican goes everywhere with their team, creates quite a lot of disturbance at times. He has been known to be thrown over a fence occasionally when he makes too much noise. But they adore him at JUBILEE, and we're used to him being around the greens these days. Okay, just finishing off their trial end at this stage. We're going to be running right on time this morning. We hope to have this game started pretty much right on 9 o'clock. Just a reminder of the game is 21 ends, no time limit. There has to be a winner. So at the end of 21 ends, if the two teams are tied, they will play an extra end or more if needed to get a winner. The only difference in that sort of scenario is whoever the winner is do not get a margin for the win. So it's a win with a zero margin, the same as the loser. It's a loss with a zero margin. To some of our viewers, young Justin Cribbin would not be unknown to you. Justin's been playing Dunn Cups since he was 12 or 13 years old. In fact, he won his first it was in a winning Dunn Cup side when he was 13, and has pretty much played every Dunn Cup since. Justin, I think, is still part of the development squad for the emerging Jackaroos. I'm not too sure whether he has still been nominated or named in that squad. Has been an under 25 player for Queensland. His brother Ben, who's leading this, also was a prolific player for our development squad many years ago in Queensland, when we used to send a group of players across to New Zealand for challenges. On the graphic on your screen, you can see we've got clear skies. There is cloud, but it's obviously only light cloud, so it's not showing up on the radar. The weather forecast today is possible 20% chance of showers. So they've changed the forecast. We were expecting fairly consistent rain here today, but thankfully the weather gods have smiled on us again this morning, and hopefully we'll get through the day without any interruptions with weather. We don't call the players off the green here in case of rain unless the greenkeeper or the groundsman decides it's too dangerous or we're likely to do damage to their green. They have the final say, as is the want with all clubs. But we expect the players to play through the rain. Try to keep the delays down to a minimum. As we saw last night, it was almost 9:30 when we finished for the third game. Some people might scratch their heads and say, but they're only playing 21 ends, but it is no time limit, so rules don't get thrown out the back door, but we have our own specific conditions at play for this tournament. Right, we're into the heat of battle now. Suburban has won the toss, and Ian Crichton, their lead, will play his first bowl. We wish both teams all the best. Both these sides are undefeated at this stage. Suburban have yet to have the bye, so that is why that's indicated that they have 5 wins. Jubilee have already had their bye. They get nothing for a bye. There's no notification of a win or a loss or anything. It's just a round they haven't played. Ben Cribbin with his first. And we have yet another set of brothers playing, with Ben, the older brother of Justin. Fair start from Ben. I'll be feeling their way because they've never played on this rink before. They've played on the other rinks on the green, but not this one. So there'll be a couple of ends for them to settle down. Handy bowl there from Ian. It's interesting that that Ben is playing lead. We usually see Ben on the back end, where they use his power game quite often. This year, to balance the side out, Ben is playing as lead. I believe it's at his request as well to play lead. He did skip on Thursday, as Justin was unavailable due to work commitments. But Justin came back in yesterday morning and will be remaining with the team for the duration of the tournament now. Okay. Josh Bourne with his first bowl for Suburban. Right, handy bowl there from Josh, which will give Suburban a 3-shot mark-up on this end. Morning, Paul. Welcome back for his morning sports fix. Paul is from Mackay. The weather has improved after last night. It's good to hear. Hope it stays like that for the rest of the day down there. Mark Rooney, good morning to you. Can we tell you who was playing for Gold City? Yes, I can. With Gold City, we've got Daniel Dunn. I assume he's playing lead. No, Daniel's skipping. Tommy O'Brien. Tommy O'Brien is playing 2. John Seeley is playing 3, and Graham Harris is skipping. So if you'd like to note that down, you'll know who's who in the zoo. If they happen to get the game on the TV rink. Roy Campbell, good morning, Roy from Jandowie. And Robbie says good morning back too. Right, back to the game. Nice bowl there. Suburban holding 1 shot. One amongst many Jubilee bowls there. Duane Cahill's bowl, just running through the back. Neil Davis playing his second bowl. And it's finished up in a good home. It's 2 shots at this stage to Suburban. These are both city clubs out of Townsville. So the rivalry between the two clubs is very fierce, especially in this event. Right, we have Dave Goode on the mat to play his first bowl. Dave is a local policeman, police sergeant. He's renowned for developing tactics for his team during the game and expecting his team to play to those tactics. Has been a member of winning Dunn Cup sides in the past. In fact, 3 years ago, Dave skipped Alligator Creek to a victory. And Alligator Creek was one of those minnow clubs that were never expected to do anything in the Dunn Cup. and he took them through. He coached them, trained them, set them a game plan, and they got through and won the Dunn Cup. Okay, Justin Cribbin, also known around the bowling fraternity as Killer. Nice looking bowl coming in here from Justin. Just through a little bit. Okay, 2 shots. So by the look at that. It was 2 to Suburban. So Suburban with a 2-shot lead after the first end. Right. Ian Crichton about to lead off on the second end for Suburban. Trevor Breeze. Good morning, Trevor. Good morning and good bowling to all teams from Jubilee. And Crichton's first bowl. It's Andy bowl there. Just ran through a little bit. Now we have Ben with his first. Just dropped a fraction short there. Maybe about a metre short. Ian with his second bowl. Slightly better line from Ian. And he's played a brilliant bowl. Nice bowl there from Ian. Gives them 2 shots. Good weight there from Benny. Eddie Whitehouse, Suburban, playing his first bowl. Good grass there, just ran through to the back of fraction. Noel Lanes, good morning fellas. We have first round pennant this afternoon, drizzling rain at present in the Moreton Bay district. Well, Noel, not wishing you any ill luck or anything, but I hope you keep it down there. We don't need it here today. Eddie's thrown this bowl out a little bit, hoping to get it to track in, which it is. If the kitty had been where it started, it would have been a great bowl. Josh Bourne now for Jubilee. Okay, just finished maybe a foot and a half short. Might be a little bit more than that, but okay, we have Neil Davis playing his first bowl. That may be in the count, depending on how far that bowl of Josh is sitting in front. Duane Cahill. Duane's a relatively newcomer to Townsville. He's to play out of Mount Isa. Big bowl there from Duane. That is definitely shot. Well, Percy started flipping his feathers around up the end there. We believe that Percy can get very animated at times watching his team play. Okay. Neil Davis with his second bowl. And has done the job. So Jubilee holding one shot with Duane Cahill's bowl. Could be handy there, in amongst a couple of suburban bowls. Graham Kinnear, the green looks tricky. It is a little bit. It's been playing fairly well so far this weekend. But this particular rink, you've got to concentrate. If you get your line right and you get your weight right, as with everything, it plays extremely well. Dave Goode looking to kick Duane out, and he's pushed him back, which could give Jubilee 2 shots. No, well, look at that. Ian Crichton's red bowl at the back here is shot. So good bowl there from Dave Goode. Good morning, Mike, from Mike Shingles from a foggy Tasmania. It's a bit of a wild one from Justin. This is going to be quite a tussle between these two skips. They're both very, very competent skips. Their games are not similar. Justin tends to be a little bit more aggressive at times, whereas Dave, most times, likes to play the conservative game. Having said that, he's not frightened to thunder one down the green if he feels he needs to, or he's trying to take a bowl out to get numbers. He will do it. Justin winding up for another hit. I don't think he wanted that one. So the one by the look of it. Okay, just arranging a little helper to assist us in deciphering what the thirds are doing. Okay, it was definitely one. I don't think it was any more to Suburban. After two ends, Suburban 3-0. Ian Crichton's first bowl. Very handy bowl there from Ian. It'll be 1.5 meters behind the kitty. Benny Cribbin now with his first. Good morning, Carla. I suspect you're watching the live stream. Well, you are watching the live stream. I hope you have a good day. This is from Carla Pizzi from the Herbert area. He's a devoted follower of bowls, all bowls in North Queensland. Okay. Ian Crichton matching his first bowl. This looks like a slightly better track from Benny. Yep. About 1 metre behind. Okay, we now have Eddie Whitehouse from Suburban. Good morning, Mark Rosington from the Philippines. I hope you're enjoying our live stream. Very happy to have you on board. Okay, Josh Bourne now with his first. Right. Well, that is the shot at the moment from Josh for Jubilee. Eddie Whitehouse with his second bowl, and he's played an excellent bowl. Just run through a fraction. Okay, so Jubilee still holding 2 shots. What is the score for Noola? If you can hang fire for a couple of minutes, Carla, we'll endeavour to track it down for you. It's very early in the game. They've only played a couple of ends. Josh Bourne's second bowl. Has he improved on that? Yes, he has. Great bowl there from Josh. Right. Next up is Neil Davis. Okay, Neil Davis's first bowl. It's getting a bit of movement with the camera, which is flicking in and out off our monitors, but that's all right. Robbie will rectify that in a minute. The monitor's just flicking on and off. I think we found out the other day that was the wind moving the camera around a little bit. Okay, Duane. There's Duane Cahill, a great bowl there from Wayne. This stage of the morning, I would like to welcome a guest commentator from South Townsville, the skip of South Townsville, Steve Modden. Good morning, Steve.
Morning, Ron. How are you?
I'm very well for a this is a Saturday, I
Saturday
think.
today,
It is Saturday.
yeah, that's right.
All day seem the same at the moment.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to a big game from these two this morning.
Yeah, so two good sides that haven't any losses yet. So, yeah, big game, big confidence builder, and a good chance that you might go through.
That's right. Well, you know, today's the day where the top runners need to win every game to keep themselves going. You drop one game, anything can happen.
Yeah, that's correct. And a little bit of pressure, anything could happen as well.
Okay. So Neil Davis holding shot there. Josh Bourne, no, it's not Josh's bowl. Duane's bowl there is second shot. Back there holding second and third. Jubilee. You had a big game yesterday with Catharinga, Steve.
Yeah, yep, big game there. Was we were close all the way. They got that bit of a jump and got away. They got their confidence up, and we sort of dropped back a little bit. But yeah, it was a good game, and yeah, deserved winner for the Catharinga team.
Yeah, it was a good game to be watching. Interesting that it took quite a while before the first multiple came up. It was just ones for most of the game until the sort of last third of the game.
Yeah, that's right. And when you get those sort of ends, it's always good bowls and good quality, good type of game to have those sort of games that are close.
Right, we now have Suburban holding two shots. Young Killer's desperately trying to change that.
I think it's still running a little quick at the moment, Ronnie, with the cool weather and the dampness.
That's right.
A bit of run on it yet, so just the boys are trying to get their rhythm.
Yeah, we're finding with just about every game, it takes them, the teams, about 4 to 5 ends to really settle into what's happening on the green.
Yeah.
And this green will change as the morning goes on.
Yep, as it dries out a little,
yep,
you get that little change.
Because it is watered every morning, so Dave Goode with his second bowl. Unless he drops in a hurry.
Up in a good spot.
He's finished in a good spot, yep. Interesting to see that young Killer opened his shoulders very early and was about to do it again.
Yeah.
Well, he took one out.
Just that type of game at the moment, Ronnie, where he's got to play that attacking type shot. Always hard to do first up as well.
That's right. All right. Robbie will be out there in a minute with the 4B2. So that was 1 to Suburban. So after 3 ends, it is 5-0. 5 shots to Suburban. Jubilee yet to open their eyes. Very early in the game.
Yeah, it's still, like you say, Ronnie, all the game's a long way to go. 21 ends, no time limit, so you could play your 3 stages of matches.
That's right. And they're long days for us here, but it's even longer for the players in some cases. It was nearly 9:30 before completion of play last night.
Yeah, and that's part and parcel of the Dunn Cup competition as well. So you have to have that stay with it the whole 3 games.
That's right. Liz Plowman, good morning. Welcome to the live stream from Mariba. Overcast up there. Yes, well, it's a little bit overcast here too. The cloud's only light though, so we're hoping it stays that way. Ian Johnson, good morning from a cold Victoria. I don't envy you at all, Ian. Mark Simpson, good morning, Mark. A long-time stalwart of Dunn Cups over the years. Good morning to Ron and to Steve. I'm not too sure. Would you have played many games, Dunn Cup games against Mark?
Yeah, when I first started, he was with Thurringau, so I remember playing a couple of games with him and also some district sides with Mark as well.
Yep. Well, he'd played a lot of Dunn Cups, Mark.
Yeah. I remember one year he actually filmed some of the competitions against Thurringau, and he actually gave me a tape against our team as well, which was, interesting. Brian
Roper. Hey, Brian, how are you going? Good morning, Ron and Fluffer. Okay.
I'll not talk about that one.
Bit of a chuckle from Steve. Alan Johnson, good morning. Wishing Ingham a good day and the best of luck. Well, we wish all the teams a good day and the best of luck. When we sit in here, we've got to be completely unbiased, hopefully. Mark Rosington from Newcastle, New South Wales, now lives in the Philippines. I suspect the temperature there in the Philippines is a lot higher than here. Mark? Carla says, good morning, Steve.
Morning, Carla.
Okay, Ian Crichton has got his mojo working with 2 shots here.
Yeah.
Dave Whitehouse with his second bowl, coming into a handy little position at the back. From what I'm seeing at the moment, this is almost got the same trademark as the year that Dave Goode skipped Alligator Creek. He seems to have got this team fairly well drilled as to what he wants from them and what he expects from them.
Yeah, good point, Ronnie, yeah.
I mentioned earlier, Dave is, when he gets to this sort of level, comes into each game with a very definite plan.
Yes, yes. Gets his team together and they talk strategy and plan and how they're going to attack the game.
And how they take the opposition out of the game if they can, and very much a tactician. Eddie Whitehouse
just threw a little there.
Just threw back a little bit. I suspect we'll see a few bowls behind the head from the seconds and the thirds, given that Killer's already had a couple of fairly hefty swipes at the head. Okay. Neil
Seems
Davis
to be taking a bit of grass on that end, Ronnie. The bowls are finishing right across.
Yes, well, we noticed that all day yesterday. A little bit unforgiving. If you didn't have the right grass, the bowls were swooping across.
Yeah.
More noticeable last night, in the last game last night.
Okay.
The bowls were swinging across a huge amount. Neil Davis with his first bowl. So you're not, South Townsville not out of the count yet, even though you dropped one game yesterday.
Yeah, so depends on results and that today they're still in with a chance. So
you had a fairly healthy margin, if I can recall. Yeah, you got a plus 37 margin.
Yep.
You've got the bye this game. Nice bowl there from Duane.
Yep.
Duane Cahill, as I mentioned earlier, is a new addition to the district, come in from Mount Isa, and is a quality bowler. He can bowl.
Yeah, very good bowler.
He's only just recently won the district singles.
Yeah, played very well in that.
Neil Davis is a little bit astray with those two bowls. It was a bit of an aberration. Dave won't be completely comfortable with that.
No.
Duane swung it out wide. Trying to get to the back. And
Trying to get some cover, yeah.
Yeah, anticipating any hit on that shot bowl of Benny's will spit the kitty sideways there, you would think.
So JUBILEE could have 2 shots there.
Yeah, it can be a little bit deceiving on the monitors, Steve.
Yeah.
I would be calling 2 shots, one of Benny's and one of Josh. We look at the side view. Yeah, it's
Be interesting to see what sort of shot Dave plays here.
I suspect he'll possibly just try and play through a metre or so onto Benny's bowl.
Yep.
He doesn't need to move the kitty too far to
Be a
get the
fraction
shot.
narrow here.
He's going to get a walk. He did.
Yeah,
It's
so
down to 1 shot now. JUBILEE holding shot with Ben Cribbin's bowl. Justin is looking
Justin's in the area.
to. Okay, not
Yep.
it's finished up in a handy position. That bowl of
Duane's.
Duane's. It's come through nicely. So how many Dunn Cups have you played in, Steve? I know you've been around playing Dunn Cups for quite a while.
I first started with Home Hill, playing for Home Hill and Dunn Cup. Would have been,
Quite some time ago.
yeah, probably back in the 2007, 2008
Okay.
was my first experience.
So you know all about the vagaries of Dunn Cups, well and truly then.
Yes.
Morning, Ross. Ross Cribbin. Go JUBILEE. I would expect you to say nothing else, Ross. Ross being the father of Ben and Justin. Gary Phillips. Go Suburban. Okay. Mark Rossington. I envy you, Mark. 32 degrees and, well, I don't envy the humidity, and 90% humidity in the Philippines this morning.
Just like our summer here, Ronnie.
That's right. Yeah, well, it would be their wet season over there at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dave now has made his decision.
Yeah,
And
he's had a good inspection of the head.
yeah.
He's very deliberate in his approach to the game, Dave. He's
in the area.
Not a mile away. Okay, so
It's
he's
good effort.
still only 1 down. Great effort there. Benny needs to be a little bit careful here. He doesn't want to move that kitty to the right at all, because there's a lot of JUBILEE bowls sitting there waiting
Yeah.
to catch it. Although the way it's positioned against that bowl, it won't. I don't think it'll come back this way. More than likely, just pop sideways.
Justin will be just trying to draw up to it nice and gently.
Well, he's only got to draw to Dave's orange bowl there.
Yep. True. He's playing his backhand.
Yeah, I would have thought he might have come on the forehand actually, but anyway. Right. Good effort there from Justin. So JUBILEE have opened their account with 1 shot. So after 4 ends, Jubilee 1, Suburban 5.
Be interested to see what length they play now, Ronnie. What their tactics are
Yes,
for this now.
you would think Jubilee would be trying to change it up dramatically from what they have been playing. Mark Rooney, hi Mark, yes, it was good catching up at the States. Always enjoy going down for the States as a selector. Right. Benny Cribbin with his first lead bowl.
Just behind.
Just
which is always
behind,
good.
handy position. And Keller wouldn't be overly disappointed with that. Ian Crichton, old-time stager, been around Dunn Cups and North Queensland bowls for a lot of years. Very steady player.
Yeah, nice draw bowl.
Nice bowl there from Ian.
Just still running through a little.
Yeah, there was only a short period in yesterday's matches in the middle game where we found it sort of slowed up a little bit.
Yeah.
But then as it cooled off in the afternoon and the evening, it definitely sped up again. Okay, we'll do a quick run around the other rinks. And the Gremlin struck us already. Now, here we go. Wangaratta and Gold City after 5 ends. Gold City 6, Wangaratta 3. Noola and Thuringowa after 5 ends. Noola 5, Thuringowa 4. That could be an interesting game, that one. Katharinga after 5 ends. 7, Guru 2. Who have we got there? McNade and Magnetic Island after 3 ends. Magnetic Island 1, McNade 3. They were either late starting or they're fiddling around a little bit. And Ingham and Collinsville after 5 ends. Ingham 4, Collinsville 2. And last but not least, Brandon and Home Hill after 5 ends. Brandon 5 and Home Hill 2. Thanks, Robbie. That should keep some of our viewers happy. Brad Wilson. Hi, Ron and Steve. Where is Ingham this morning? I think Ingham might have the bye this morning, haven't they?
No,
they're over South Towns.
They're playing Collinsville.
They are. They're out here. We just gave you their scores.
Yep. Good bowl here by Josh.
Yeah, very nice bowl there from Josh.
Yeah, Ingham's playing Collinsville at the moment.
They, surprisingly, Jubilee didn't change the length much. Still a similar length.
Still in that area.
Yeah.
Eddie's coming close with a good bowl as well.
Eddie Whitehouse with a great bowl there.
Yeah. Good bowl by Eddie. Duane coming down on his forehand.
Kelly got a little bit of interest in it. Just about a metre short there, Duane was.
Yeah, nice line.
And Polkinghorn from over at South Townsville, where we've got our other rink going. After 8 ends, Bowen 9, Air 2. So Bowen are carrying on their reasonably successful way at this stage.
Yeah, playing very well.
Well, we expected them to play well. They were runners-up last year, and they've come this year with the same team, exactly the same players.
Yep.
Just a couple of positional changes there. But Jason Wright has been playing extremely well so far this weekend. It's the skip of Bowen.
Yeah, he has. And Mitch also, I've seen him.
Yeah, they work well together.
Yes.
Yeah, the two of them do work well together.
Duane's coming down with his second. Looks to be in the area. Toucher,
Great
still
try.
no result.
Yep. Okay. We've had a small change of controller for our system here this morning. Robbie's just taking a comfort break for a little while, and I think he's got some paperwork he's got to complete, so Tony has taken over. Neil Davis just dropped a little short there.
Yeah, nice line for the jack.
Yep. All in all, they're adjusting to this, starting to adjust to this fairly well.
Yeah, you can see the bowls are much tighter now in the area, in the zone.
Okay, young killer.
It's come down with a little bit of weight.
Just hanging. They're just possibly a little heavy for what he was trying to do there.
Yeah.
He needed to be inside of that bowl of Neil's.
Neil's, yeah. Dave's thinking about his shot, what he needs to do.
An in-depth discussion between Neil and Dave. Dave always likes to make sure that his third knows exactly what's in his mind.
Yes. So he's going to play a shot down on his forehand. Little wide.
Yeah, it's interesting he chose to come down his forehand, because if Justin gets any contact with that kitty, you would expect it to come this other way.
Yeah, that's correct.
Oh, he's hung it out too wide.
A little wide again, I think, especially with that weight.
That's right.
And you can see his intent there.
Yogi, good morning, Yogi. How's things down there in the Bundaberg area? Come on, Jubilee, lads. Yeah, it's early stages in the game, Yogi. This is only the fifth end. A long way to go yet, so I think Jubilee are just sort of trying to get themselves into a comfort zone.
Dave seems
nice
to be
bowl
in the
there
area.
from Dave.
Yeah.
That could be two shots. It is definitely two shots.
2 shots.
So that takes Suburban on to 7. Jubilee 1 after 5 ends.
And they're going back to putting the mat on the tee. And
yep, that's right.
That medium to short 5 length where Dave wants the jack.
Interesting also that Neil Davis comes straight back up the green to stand with Dave.
Get a bit better understanding of what
he's trying to do or think about.
Yeah.
Okay, that was an interesting little signal.
Yeah.
Wasn't quite happy about that.
Quite happy about the leg. Well, we'll see if Ian puts it on then.
Morning, Vincent George. let's go Jubilee.
A lot of Jubilee followers this morning, Ron.
Yes, they're on watching the live stream. Gary Phillips wanting to know if Anne Polkinghorne is multitasking. Well, she is a little bit. She's been very helpful for us. She keeps updating the scores over there at South Townsville so we can pass it on through the live stream. She's umpiring over there today.
Doing a good job too.
Well, that's what we heard yesterday. Everybody's extremely happy with her umpiring skills.
And look at that first bowl from Ian there, Ron.
Yep.
That should make
no surprises
Dave.
there.
Should please Dave.
Well, it'll make him a little bit happier.
Right.
No surprises with Ian. He is a very good bowler. He likes playing in the front end, usually lead or second.
Very competitive type person as well.
Very
Always
competitive.
likes to be involved and competitive and in the action.
Very consistent. Once he gets his line and length, he as you can see from that.
Two very good bowls. I think Suburban might have a little bit of momentum at the moment.
They have. They've got their tails up a little bit.
Ben coming down with a good bowl as well.
Great weight there from Benny. Okay, Dave wants one at the back. Understandably.
Always a good feeling as a team when you're looking for cover early.
That's right. Because Dave is well aware of the capabilities of
Jubilee
both
side.
the two back-enders for Jubilee, Duane and Justin. They get their eye in. Josh Bourne with his first bowl.
Trying to get a nice close bowl here for Jubilee side. It's in the area too.
It's just great effort. Good effort there from Josh.
So Eddie's still trying to go for cover.
Yep. I think that's a slightly better cover bowl than the first one. Josh with his second. He might be a little bit underdone with his grass here. Depends on his weight. Yeah, he's going to cut.
You're right.
Going to cut now. Good weight. Just a fraction underdone. Brian Roper, an avid Suburban fan, seems to be working. Yes, it does, Brian. 5 from 5 for Suburban. Gary Phillips is responding. Brian Roper, they've been building momentum all weekend, improving with each game. Well, Gary would know. He's been watching them very closely all weekend so far. Neil Davis with his first. There's a good bowl here from Neil.
In the area.
Definitely, I would suspect, give them 3 shots there now.
Could be a bit of a target, a bit of a change in approach here by Jubilee.
Okay, didn't miss by much, but he missed.
Close.
The age-old story, Steve. If you're going to have a swipe, you've got to hit something.
Yes. Very hard shots to play.
Yeah, on a green like this, and we noticed, we've been noticing all weekend, if you're playing a running shot or a drive, there's very little variation with the bowl. They're pretty much, and you would have noticed it a couple of times yesterday when you picked a couple of bowls out.
Yes.
You can't rely on the bowl swinging even slightly.
Yeah, that's right. Seems to be better.
Great bowl.
Yeah, good bowl by
Good
Duane.
bowl there from Duane.
Replay the end.
And it's situations like that that will give Jubilee a little bit of
Yes.
hope, I think, that they can start breaking back into this game. Not that it's out of their control by any stretch of the imagination. They're only 6 shots down with
5 ends
5
gone.
ends gone. So
So the team have a little bit of a reset, a little bit of a catch-up there, and
yep,
think about their game, what they need to do.
Dave's giving some fairly involved instructions to Neil as well.
Up to Ian now to roll the jack to the required length.
This. So how will Dave's? He's happy with that one.
Yes. Very important job too, the
Well,
lead job and
it is.
getting that length.
Yep. Because skips of the quality of Dave and Justin, they know what their team's capacity is, what their ability is, and where they can get the best out of them. So
Yes.
you very rarely see them saying to the lead, "You throw it wherever you like."
And Ian is in the area again.
Yeah, nice start again from Ian.
You can just see the sun starting to come out, Ronnie, at the
Bit
moment.
of a shadow there. That's a positive for us that we could be in for a nice, pleasant day.
And Cribbin with his
Benny's
first bowl.
Not a bad starter from Benny there.
Yeah, in that area.
Right, Dave gave his instructions to Ian. Nice and wide. Behind will be good.
So and Ian could be changing his hand as well.
Yep. That's a
Starts to turn back.
That's the first time Ian's had to play around the clock this morning.
Ben with his second seems to have a good line as well.
Yes, he's starting to track in now. Just coming behind a fraction. That's a good bowl there
Good bowl.
from Ben. Yogi, yes, Goode has moved back to Townsville. No, he's no longer a fly-in, fly-out bowler.
He's back in the Townsville area.
We took that out of the equation a couple of years ago.
Good bowl by Eddie.
Nice bowl there from Eddie. Yes, the year that Dave skipped Alligator Creek to a Dunn Cup victory caused quite a bit of discontent amongst some of the clubs. So it was one of the changes of the minor changes that were made to the conditions of play for the Dunn Cup.
That was here at this club as well.
That's right. It was here in when they had the grass green.
The grass green, yes.
And the infamous number 8 rink, which
Yes.
we were doing the live
That
streaming
was-
on.
That was a challenge.
Jared Sedgman. Do something, Ben. Well, first two bowls weren't too
They
bad.
were good bowls.
Just that Eddie played a better one.
So Eddie's gone for the backhand as well.
Yep. Interesting to see where this finishes up, how far across the head, if it crosses. Yeah, it is crossing a little bit. There you go.
Didn't seem to take much grass, Ronnie.
No, he
Notice
found that area where there's that little straightener. And
Okay.
it's only a very short one, maybe 100 millimetres, 150 millimetres. But if your bowl is slowing up when it gets to it, it will track.
Yeah.
Definitely straighten up.
Josh is trying to get a close one on his forehand.
There. Just ran through a little bit there. Gary Phillips wants to know if Yogi's back in Townsville. No, Yogi is very comfortably settled down the Bundaberg area. Happily married now. Right, Neil Davis with his first bowl.
I seem to be covering this area over here to where Dave thinks the jack could go to.
Yes. He's
Just a little
dropped
short.
short. Okay, so Duane's got a free hand to do what he thinks he can do best.
Chosen to draw in the area.
Brad Wilson, you were right there, Ron, about Ian. He killed us at Thurringara in the Dunn Cup final with
How's that
Candace
for a bowl,
touch.
Ron?
Brilliant bowl there from Duane.
Duane just drew the shot.
A very confident player. He is a very confident player once he's got the grass and the weight worked out. He can be very machine-like.
Neil's going to play some sort of attacking shot here, try and...
Well, we haven't seen one from Neil yet, so it'll be interesting to see how he goes. He's got a good line. It's up to his... No,
It's
he's
in
going
the
to cut
area.
now.
Just going to fade away.
Just fade away, yep.
Yeah, Duane's going to try and draw another one on the forehand. Just a little
Just
short.
Just short of a gallop there.
Played a great bowl with his first one to get the shot. Dave's just discussing what type of shot he needs to play, making sure that team's happy.
Yes, working out the angles and the pace and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, Brian Heslin was a great bowl of Duane's.
Dave's made his decision.
Well, we think. We hope. Very deliberate when he's on the mat.
That was a good result.
More could you expect? It looked like it was going to cause damage all the way down. Perfectly weighted.
Justin trying to draw in close there now. Work off Ben's bowl.
Just running through a bit. I think Jubilee need to feed Percy the pellic and a couple of fish. Let's see, Percy's still sitting up there watching. He might have been thrown over the fence by now.
Dave's come back down to have a look and make a decision.
Yes, there's no hurry in this game.
No. There's Percy, Ron.
He hasn't gone over the fence. He's not looking very happy at the moment, though. He hasn't got that smile on his face like he had at the start of the game. Does his beak look a bit flatter? Has somebody kicked him in the head?
He's very patient. Ronnie Hill. He's got it.
He knows it's a long way to go.
He's got a lot of faith in his team.
Okay, around the rinks, Wangaratta, Gold City after 9 ends, Wangaratta 6, Gold City 8. Noola, Thuringowa after 9 ends, Noola 9, Thuringowa 6. So the pain is still carrying on for Thuringowa, unfortunately. Cutharinga and Jimmy Seymour's Head. Cutharinga are 11, Guru are 3 after 8 ends. Is that, Steve? Looks like 8 ends, after 8 ends. McNade against Maggie Island after 7 ends. McNade 6, Maggie Island 3. And Ingham after 7 ends are 4 and Collinsville are 5. Benny's young killer is not on target with his on shots this morning so far.
Yeah, well, Dave Goode's last bowl, he come down and drew another one, so Justin was just trying to change it.
That's
a little
right.
wide.
So that was 2 shots to...
I'm not sure if it was 2 or 3.
Suburban. 2 shots. 2 shots to Suburban. Takes him on to 9. Jubilee 1 after 6 ends.
So Suburban's got a little bit of momentum now.
They have. Dave Goode's game plan seems to be working for them.
So people always talk about matches playing in thirds. Suburban has won the first third of the game.
That's right. Yeah, they've definitely out-bowled Jubilee at this stage. As you said earlier, Steve, Jubilee just need to reset a little bit and...
Yeah, not that they're playing bad.
No,
but
they're not.
It's just those little running shots, and that seems to have paid off for Suburban.
Is Ian Crichton again. Not happy with that one. I don't know why he's not. Most skips would be quite happy to have that. Okay, an update from South Townsville from N. Polkinghorn after 12 ends. Ayr 10, Bowen 9. Okay, that's carrying on. Kerry Green, good morning, Kerry. How are you this morning? Have you finished your packing yet? And Kerry says, good morning to Robbie. Great coverage. Thanks for that, Kerry. We appreciate it. We'll take any praise we can get. It's better than brickbats. We look forward to seeing you up here next week.
Ian with his second bowl. Could be a little short.
Yep. The arms are waving, not happy. He does set himself a high standard.
Yeah, he does.
Ian. You're still working on it, Kerry. I would have thought you'd be well and truly packed up by now, ready to hit the road and come north. You did say yesterday that you expected to be up here on Wednesday, or was that just another flying visit? Kerry Green is past president of Bowls Queensland.
Eddie Whitehouse with his first bowl.
First bowl, Eddie's playing fairly good bowls this morning too.
Consistent.
Yep.
Josh seems to be in the area as well.
He's not going to be a mile away. Yeah, just about a metre behind.
Yeah. Eddie with his second.
Okay, Kerry. So the boat's coming up Monday, or starting to come up Monday. Big boat loads on Monday, and then on your way. Looking forward to you being a member of our district, Kerry.
Josh with his second.
It's a better bowl from Josh.
Yeah, it's a good bowl.
Good bowl there. And it will. Okay, so the South Townsville game, there's been a subtle change there because Bourne were holding a fairly comfortable lead, not a big lead, but a comfortable one, but Air have come back at them. So they're very tight game, only one shot the difference over there. Bourne are one of the teams in contention at this stage in Section 1. So they'll be desperately hoping for a win. Neil Davis's first bowl just dropped short.
Nice line.
It was a very good line.
Duane needs to get in the area now.
Just looking at the...
looks good.
Fall over. Good. Yep. Justin's quite happy with that.
Dave's just asked for a attacking shot.
Kerry, thanks. I'm sure I will enjoy that. I'm sure you will enjoy it. Up in God's country. All right, they survived that one. Jubilee.
Yeah, so Duane just needs to get another one in there, and I think we know what type of shot Dave Goode's going to play.
I would think so. I think we've been forewarned as to what's going to happen there.
Duane seems to have another nice bowl here as well.
It's a swing in a little bit, just a fraction behind. So current state of play on this rink is Suburban 9, Jubilee 1. We played 6 ends. This is the 7th end they're on now.
Dave's just making his way to the mat.
Stand behind, have a good look and see what he hopes to do is still open to him.
Comes down. And again.
Okay.
That's changed the head. Justin trying to draw another one nice and close. It's a little heavy. Dave now looking for a draw.
Well, that's all he's got to do. He's got two nice bowls sitting there at the moment.
Seems to be coming around nicely as well.
He's got a great bowl here. Yep. Nice bowl.
3 down.
3 down for Jubilee. So Justin has got to try and do something now to stop this.
Deciding what shot to play. Seems to be rolling in. Might have cut one out.
Might have cut one out.
Yep, 2 shots.
That's 2 shots. So that takes Suburban on to 11. Jubilee 1 after 7 ends. Are we seeing the first little body shake from the Dunn Cup gremlin, Steve?
Could be. Could be. The mighty Dunn Cup gremlin.
Well, it's been around this weekend a
has.
couple of times.
It's usually around every Dunn Cup event, Ronnie, not just this year's either.
It never fails to
No.
pay us a visit every Dunn Cup.
Yeah.
Some years it mightn't emerge out of its bunker until the final day, but you can guarantee at some stage it will appear.
It will appear, and it's not a very nice feeling. I've been on the receiving end of the Dunn Cup gremlin a number of times, and it's not a nice feeling.
That's right.
Part of the fun, Ronnie, part of the fun.
Well, it is.
Makes you come back and play even more determined the following year. We actually talked about that yesterday because we won against Ingham yesterday, and then we played Goode the next game, and last year we won against Ingham, then we come out and played Goode and we lost.
We lost, that's right.
So had a little discussion about that and make sure we reset our mindset.
Yes, well, our patron, Billy Green, and myself always have a conversation about what stage of the tournament the gremlin's going to appear. So this year it's been around about more than in some of the previous years.
There's not some sort of sports app or sports bet app where you can bet on coming out, Ronnie, is there?
No.
Some Ladbrokes odds that's coming out at the first or second day.
Sadly. I don't think Ladbrokes take bets on myths.
No. No.
Although our patron and myself, we don't really believe it's a myth. We've seen it so many times.
I don't think it's a myth either. Eddie now with his first bowl, trying to get nice and close to the jack.
He's not going to be a mile away. He's just got to run it up. And there's that little wobble.
Unique part of the green.
And Darryl College, the groundsman greenkeeper here, is well aware of that. And every night he's been working on that particular area to try and reduce that as much as he can.
He's very passionate, and he likes to make sure that everything's running nice. So he even asks the players after each day's play what their thoughts are on the green, and takes that feedback back, and he's always trying to improve it and make it a better surface.
Well, he is, and he spends a lot of time here, not just on the green, but the surrounds themselves.
Yes.
He's a big part of their volunteer team. Huge part.
A huge asset to the club. Those type of people are.
Yep, he is. Okay, so Jubilee holding 3 shots, Suburban rather, holding 3 shots at the moment.
Jubilee boys are trying to get one in there nice and close.
Josh might get a walk.
Got
That'll do. Doesn't matter how it gets there at times, Josh.
You don't have nice weight.
Yep. You don't have to write down on the scoreboard how it got there.
And sometimes those sort of shots changes the team spirit
Yep,
as well.
it can do.
And Neil's got his shot in mind.
Well, possibly more to the point, he's got Dave's shot in mind. Okay,
Little attacking type shot there.
that's an indication as to what Dave's thinking is there.
Duane's in the area as well.
He's changed it up a little bit.
Yeah, it's a good bowl.
Nice bowl there from Duane. Might have made it a little bit harder to come through there with a non-shot.
Yeah, I think Dave's asked him to change his hand now.
Yep.
Turn back in time.
No.
Maybe just a
Okay.
little short.
Yep.
Duane sticking with the
Duane.
forehand. Dave now is thinking about the backhand.
Backhand. It's possibly his only option. Because
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think he'd get to that kitty with a drive.
No.
We know he can drive, but it would have to be an incredibly accurate shot to get to that kitty.
Dave going through his pre-shot routine.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, it's close.
Well, that shows his intention. He wants to sit that bowl out. Well, obviously he wants to sit that bowl out.
Justin needs to get another one in there.
Is tight. Justin definitely seems to be a little bit out of sorts this morning.
Yeah.
Seems to be struggling getting the grass and his weight.
Could be a little bit of scoreboard pressure.
There,
I think Dave's got the same problem here.
he's across the head. Oh, that's two.
Come up for the second
Second
shot.
shot, that's right.
This might be the break that the JUBILEE boys are working towards.
Will they be looking for it?
They could get another shot here and
Get around that.
little
Around
trail.
that.
Just a little
Just
through.
a little through. That was an option to pick up 3 shots there. 2 to JUBILEE, which takes them to 3. Suburban 11 after 8 ends.
JUBILEE now with the mat. Try and
Well, you would think
get a
they'll
little-
try and definitely do something about changing the length up.
move the mat a little different or move the jack position a little.
I'm surprised that Justin didn't get that mat brought right up and the kitty thrown to the tee.
And we're going for the 3/4 type lengths.
Yep. Tony.
Ben's just through a little.
It's unusual to see Bennett lead.
Yeah.
He's normally always a back-end player. But I did hear yesterday it was his choice to play lead. It surprised me.
And they've got a lot of good players to choose from, so they thought this was their best combination with experience.
Yes, that's right. On paper, it's a strong team.
It is a very strong team.
Very strong team.
And they've got that experience there as well.
Yep. Yes, all the players in Jubilee's side are experienced district players as well, so they're used to the big matches.
Big events, yeah. Good bowl there by Ben.
Yep, good correction there. Tony.
Ian coming down with his second.
He's definitely going to try and redeem things, Ian. He wouldn't be happy with his last couple of ends.
That's a good bowl.
Good bowl there from Ian. Drawing the shot.
The shot. Josh is going to come down on his forehand, try and get a close bowl.
Yes, he just has to be just inside Ian to get an effective bowl.
It's in the area.
Well, that'll work.
Yeah, good effort.
Yep, that
There
gives
you go.
him the shot.
Eddie's playing a similar type shot.
Yep. Very deft instructions there from Dave to Eddie.
Looks like a good line as well.
And it's got good weight. Huge bowl from Eddie, the
Very
Whitehouse
good
there.
bowl.
Great bowl.
Players now starting to settle into some sort of rhythm, and
Yes, after 8 ends, they should be starting to master this rink fairly well. Especially with the experience all these players have at this level of bowls.
Josh coming down. A bit of a luck there.
Nearly got away with it.
Yeah. Let's see if Eddie can get one in.
Well, the way he's
the
been
zone.
playing this morning, he shouldn't have too many problems. He's
Looks
been
like a good
playing
line
exceptionally
again.
well. Yep, nice bowl there from Eddie.
Two good bowls
Two
by
good
Eddie.
bowls.
Duane's got a nice line here as well.
Tony, is there any chance of getting a look at Eddie Whitehouse's bowl for us to see what type of bowl he's using? Yeah,
Nice
that's
bowl
not
there
too
by
bad
Duane.
by Duane. I can't make it out from here. We'll
No,
need
I'm
to
not
try
sure
and
what
get
it
a
is.
close up on it.
Neil's got a nice line as well.
Neil Davis with a
Just going to fall a little short.
that's all.
Duane seems a little tighter compared to his first. It could be another shot.
Could be. Oh, Dave's wanting Neil to beat that
Red bowl
red
of Eddie's.
bowl of Eddie's, yes.
Seems to have a nice line as well. Has he got the weight?
Not quite.
No.
Okay.
Justin's.
Chance for Justin to consolidate here, if he can.
He's got options on either hand. It's all his bowls coming in on his forehand.
That's right.
See what he feels comfortable with.
Coming backhand.
Might seem a little heavy. Just through.
Robbie Edwards. Just wondering how the Towers team is going this weekend. Currently, they have one win with a -38. They were leading this game earlier. We'll try and get a check on the scoreboard in the next few minutes if we can. Yes, it is amazing and fantastic to see Tommy O'Brien playing next door to the live stream rink.
How old is Tommy Ron?
He's 86, I think.
86.
Yep.
Playing Dunn Cup.
He's playing Dunn Cup, and the other one from Gold City is 83, I think it is.
Is he? That's incredible.
It's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
4-hour games and at that age.
Yeah. And they haven't missed a game so far this weekend. They've been out there all the time. They're both playing lead and second, which gives them a chance to get off their feet a little bit. But it's great to see them here.
That's incredible. I know how sore I feel after a game of bowls and
You're a
3 games.
young fella.
Yeah. Justin changed over to his forehand.
He's tight.
Might sit that one of Eddie's.
Oh, didn't quite get a flush contact on it.
So Dave now with his last bowl.
Looking to draw under Neil Davis's wing bowl there.
Seems to be on a good line.
He's holding his line. And it's as simple as that.
A good bowl
Great bowl
by
there
Dave.
from Dave.
2 or 3 down to 1 up.
One up. Yep. So it's one more to Suburban. That takes them to 12. Jubilee 3 after 9 ends. It's about the stage of the game where Jubilee need to start making some moves.
Yeah, maybe change the jack or mat position. And
Well, they've got to do something. They've let Suburban just get into a nice, comfortable groove at the moment. Suburban are playing well, though. You can't take it away from them.
yeah.
Samuel Goode, claiming that he taught Dave that shot.
Suburban team going back to their length
Their
that they
length
started
again.
with, where
Yep.
they were winning the ends.
Yep. Yeah, Dave's not going to change the winning formula at the moment unless something dramatic happens.
So Ian with his first bowl. Could be a little narrow.
Yep. Shake of the head from Ian.
Gives the bet an opportunity to try and get nice and close.
Yep. A nice start from Ben.
Yeah, good bowl.
Great bowl there from Ben.
Good bowl.
And a resting toucher, I would say.
Is it going to fall?
Don't think so. Dave's saying, no, I'm not going to chalk that.
Good line on this one from Ian.
Yeah, he's not going to be far away. Just tuck it around the back a little bit. Handy bowl there from Ian.
Good bowl.
Another good line here from Ben.
Seems to have another good bowl.
Yep. Two good bowls from Ben. Okay. Eddie Whitehouse now with his first bowl.
A nice line.
Eddie's been playing very consistently all game so far. Never too far away and not far away again this time. Nice bowl there from Eddie.
Bowl. Look to be arrow bowls of Eddie's there on.
They look like it, yeah.
Not sure what type of arrow.
That large emblem. Well, they're not taking a lot of draw.
No, I noticed that before as well.
You compare it with the other bowls.
Josh.
It's holding its line. Nice bowl there from Josh.
Looks like a good line.
All up to his weight now.
Yeah, just lost
Just
his
dropped a little bit of weight off.
Josh is going to stay with his forehand. Yep, Josh has got one round the back.
Yes, Robbie Edward. We're very, very happy to see Tommy O'Brien and John Seeley here. More power to them that they're able to keep playing and competing at this level at their age.
I think the bowling arm helps with that too, Ron.
Yes, it does. It takes some of the stress off the body.
Yeah, stand up nice and straight.
Okay, Neil Davis with his first bowl and has played a bomb.
Nice bowl there.
Nice bowl there from Neil. Yep.
Good bowl.
He trained with his first bowl now. Trying to respond to that.
Looking to play a similar type shot. Jubilee bowls are all back here waiting.
He's not a mile off track.
It's a good bowl.
Okay, good bowl. It's giving Jubilee 2 shots.
Yep. Dave's asking Neil to come down and play through though.
Not a bad track. It's all up to his weight now.
Maybe a little heavy.
Overcooked it a little bit, that's
Yeah.
all.
Duane's going to come and try and add with his forehand.
You look at the way his bowls are swooping.
They turn a lot, don't they?
They do turn a lot.
Very
Great
good bowl.
bowl there. It gives them 3 shots. All of a sudden, Killer's up and animated.
Yeah. A little bit more confidence now.
Well, it's possibly giving him a little bit of hope that there might be a subtle turn of the game. Doesn't need to be much of a turn.
No.
Admittedly, they're 9 shots down, but there's still
Time.
11 ends to go, 12 ends to go.
Just try and win that mat each end.
That's right.
Work from there.
One bowl at a time.
Dave Goode. Changes the head again. And
Good bowl there from Dave. It was a very deliberate shot, and he got a result from it, from 3 down to 1 up.
Justin's trying to get a nice close
Nice
bowl.
close
now.
bowl, yes.
Seems to be on a good line, and
He's still coming. He'll walk off that. He had good weight.
he did. Dave wants to get a better picture of the head.
Yeah, definitely 2 shots there. Dave has seen what he wanted to see and is heading up to play his first bowl. Oh, he's not too sure it's the same as what he was looking at up here. It's you're right, Robbie. It's his second bowl. Just as well you're there to keep me in track. Sam Goode. Not shy of a drive, no. Dave has never been shy of a drive if he has felt the need. And he is usually a very accurate driver, and he's got brilliant draw capacity too. So it's possibly Josh's bowl has gone across there. So it might only be 1 now. Justin's having a look.
Justin will be trying to draw up the backhand as well, I'd imagine.
You would think so. Just trying to take that bowl of Neil's out cleanly was fraught with all sorts of dangers.
Justin coming down on the backhand.
He's definitely thrown it too wide for that. It's always going to struggle to come in. Don't you love that?
Was that 1 or
We
2?
we don't know. Okay, that was 2 to Suburban there, so that takes them
Jubilee.
to 14.
2 to Jubilee.
2 to Jubilee, sorry. 2 to Jubilee. Takes them to 5 and Suburban 12 after 10 ends. So that should give Jubilee a little bit of a boost morally, mentally and otherwise. Robbie, is any chance of a quick run across the greens, see how everybody's going? Great bowl there, great start there from
Nice start by
from
Ben.
Ben. Ian Crichton with his first bowl. Okay, Wangaratta Gold City. Gold City are 12, Wangaratta 7 after 13 ends. So Gold City's trundling on nicely. Noola against Thuringowa. 13 ends played. Noola are 12, Thuringowa are 8. We have Katharinga playing Guru. Katharinga 22 after 13. We might have to come back to that one, Robbie. I'll just hang on a sec. We've got no hope on that one at the
Can't
moment.
see that either.
Okay, Ingham playing Collinsville after 10 ends.
6 all.
6 all.
Close game.
It is a close game. And Brandon playing Home Hill after 12 ends. Brandon are 13, Home Hill 9. Okay, where are we? McNaid playing Maggie Island, 11 ends played. McNaid are 11, Maggie Island 6. And we've still got a head in the way. So
Good there, bowl by Ian.
You
Second
would-
shot.
looking at the score of Katharinga, you would think that would be a fairly one-sided match at this stage after 13 ends. 5.
There you go, 5.
Okay, 22 to 5. Katharinga's way. Anne has sent an update across from South Townsville. After 17 ends, there's been another slight turnaround in that game. Bowen are 16 and Ayr are 12. So
Yeah.
Bowen would be hoping to
Try and get a win
try
there.
and get a win on that game. They'll be desperate looking for a win, especially given what's happening here at the moment. They wouldn't be aware of that.
No. Eddie coming
Eddie's
through.
just missed it. He's playing exceptionally well this morning.
Yes.
Very consistent with his game. Right. Killer asking for a bowl in the head from Josh.
Josh has got a nice line. Just needs to arrive.
Sit that one out, and
Yeah,
he
good
has,
bowl.
which is a fair sort of bowl there from Josh. So that'll give them 2 shots.
Eddie just needs to draw another one close. Looks like a good line
nice,
as well from
nice
Eddie.
line again. It's a better line than the last time, and he's popped it back.
That's a
And
nice bowl.
Great bowl.
Eddie's playing very well.
He is exceptionally well. And
And
that
these-
takes the pressure off the back end too.
Does.
because
Keeps
allow-
their confidence high.
Yep. And
Duane's.
most times it gives. Okay,
Yeah,
another change. Duane just popped that bowl across nicely to Josh and gave them 1 shot.
So the game seems to have just switched up that gear now. On
Yes.
a lot more.
Well, it's starting to get to the business part of the
Yeah.
game. They've had
Coming up to the halfway through the game.
Yep, 11 ends. They're playing. This is the 11th end they're playing. So Jubilee definitely need to step it up a little bit, because Suburban are just playing very quietly without any fanfare or anything, and they're just plodding along nicely.
Yeah. He'll just narrow there with his first.
Yep. Well, that's the shot for him to play, Killer, because you've got two of your bowls sitting just behind if he happens to move the kitty back.
That seems to be in the area
still
again.
Coming. He's still coming.
Even if he gets to those reds, it's still a good bowl.
That's a pretty good bowl. That'll give him 2 for sure.
He has now been playing with a lot more.
Dave was wanting this.
Asking him to play through.
Play through it.
Dave just wants to play a nice positive shot through.
Yes, he doesn't want anything outlandish. Just
he is going a little firm.
He's going firm.
It's in the area.
He's got it all the way. And into the ditch with it too.
Interesting to see how close he landed to the jack in the ditch.
Well, he was heading in the same direction. Right. So the jack has obviously hit the bank and then spun sideways.
It's done something because it was going the same direction.
Yep, it was following that. The bowl was following that kitty perfectly. Did I see Percy shake his head then?
Okay, so there's still a bit of room there to
there's plenty of room to draw, yeah. There's a mile of room to draw.
Here comes Justin with his first. Seems to be on line.
He's in line. Has he got a good bowl?
Good bowl.
That's a great bowl there. Okay. It's up to Dave now. Yeah, the boys like that one.
Yeah. There's a lot of changes in this end.
Yes. Yeah.
Right from the start, from when Ben drew that first toucher.
That's right. Yes, well, a cynic could say, "What's wrong with them? Can't they draw to the kitty?"
Yeah. Okay, Dave. Let's see what his intent is. Well, it looks to be going for the bowl.
Was
and it's
Josh's bowl. Wasn't a touch.
Josh is in the ditch, and Dave's bowl's rolled up for second shot.
Second shot.
Justin just needs to beat that bowl of Dave's.
That's all.
Second.
Yep. He's giving himself every chance.
Yep. Looks to be
Might be a
that
little
bowl. See if it stays on.
Yeah, I think he's just dropped into the ditch.
Yep.
That was right onto the kitty there too.
See what Dave does now.
Well, we know what his intention is. If it's worth,
yeah, if it's worth a few,
worth a few. Little bit of encroachment by a player on the other Rick.
He's looking at his bowl.
He's going for the bowl.
Yeah, he's playing a running type shot.
Great
And he's
bowl.
done it as well.
He's pulling all the shots out of his kit bag this morning.
Playing well.
Great bowl there from Dave. So it's worth 3 shots. So that should take Suburban on to 15. Jubilee 5 after 11 ends.
Suburban's just got that momentum and that confidence at the moment.
Yep, and the
shots are working for them.
They're very calm about their approach. There seems to be no panic about anything they're doing.
Going back to their plan of that
3/4 length.
3/4 length.
Yep.
Ian's done it well again.
Yep. Very reliable player. All 4 of them are playing well this morning.
It's about the halfway stage now of the match, Ron. And
yes.
They've got that little bit of momentum
10
and
ends,
confidence.
10 ends to go. The 10-shot lead. Nice bowl here from Ian as well.
Jubilee
Good
just
start.
tries to win an end and get the mat.
Yep. But surprisingly, when the few ends that they've won, they haven't really changed the length much. They've been allowing Suburban to maintain their comfortable length. A little bit of frustration showing with young Killer then, which is understandable. Yeah, I know.
Ian's got another nice bowl again. Another good start by Suburban. Eddie's with his first, trying to draw in close. It's gone a little wide.
Okay.
Josh,
a little bit
trying
of
to get a close
housekeeping we
ball.
had to do there. Back to the game. So, if Dave would be kind enough to move his body a little bit, we might be able to thank you, Dave. I didn't think I spoke that loudly.
Eddie's coming down with his second now. Try and get a nice close bowl. Josh needs to correct with his grass.
Okay, Neil.
Seems to have a nice line on this bowl.
Yep. Nice bowl.
And a toucher as well.
Yep. So it should give them 3 shots there at the moment.
And hand is still swinging right across, isn't it?
Yep. It's taking a lot of grass, both sides.
Duane has a nice line. He's got the weight to reach.
Not quite. He's about 1 metre short.
Yep. Neil seems a little wider.
He's going a bit wider.
Tends to hang out there as well if you get that fraction wide.
There's an area out there that if you just go past it, it will hold right out.
Yeah.
Duane with his second bowl.
Also out there as well,
Yeah.
run by looks of it. Just a
That's
fraction
right.
wide it holds.
Yep. Right. Definitely, that bowl of Eddie's is definitely an aero bowl, but
Yeah, I'm not sure what
type though.
Suburban boys just having a little discussion again.
Yep.
Then Parrot playing well. I don't think they. Hopefully, it's just a positive type
thing.
of discussion.
Yeah, wouldn't have thought they needed G'ing up at all.
No. And Dave with his first. There's that little area on you talked about.
That's right. Yep, it just holds it out.
Had nice weight as well. Justin, try and get in the area.
Dave, full of questions.
Yeah.
Where's this? Where's that?
Want to make sure.
Nothing's really changed in the head since he left the head.
No, he's just worried about that shot of Justin's, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, a lot of difference in grass with this bowl.
Okay, what's he trying to do? Is he trying to take a shot off Justin?
Don't know. Just narrow, I think.
Not
Ron.
sure. Yeah, might have just been an epiphany.
He wanted to be that underneath that one of Justin's is just too narrow.
Yeah. Justin's taken a bit more grass this time.
Seems to be coming back.
It's got to come back a long way from there.
Another and one by Suburban.
So that's definitely one. And we're not going to see what the next one is. Two he's taken
two
out.
They're going to measure for the third.
Yeah. Umpire.
So that momentum continuing to be with Suburban at the moment.
That's right. So it's definitely two. Again, can be a little bit difficult to tell. One flat bowl and one standing up.
Yes.
I can understand why they've called the umpire. I would have thought he'd have chocked that other bowl by now. But anyway,
Maybe going to try and...
He's doing his job, so he should just worry about what we're doing. Robbie threatening to get the 4x2 out.
Wixie doing umpiring duties
Yes.
at the moment.
He's a very brave man. The first thing I would have done was chalk that bowl.
Oh, so he's made his decision.
3.
3 bowls.
3, which takes Suburban on to 18.
18-5.
Jubilee 5 after 12 ends. It's definitely getting away from Jubilee
Starting
now.
to get a little bit difficult now for the Jubilee team.
Yeah, they'll be looking to try and get numbers, which...
Numbers and the mat, Ronnie.
Yes. Well, the mat's the first thing. They can't get numbers unless they get the mat.
So Suburban going back to their tactics of that three-quarter
length.
Work that zone. And Ian's done another.
Yep. Done it perfectly. Actually, Ian hasn't missed a kitty throw since that short one that that Dave wasn't happy with.
That's right. And when he did throw a short one, he landed close with his first bowl.
Yep. Which is exactly what your skip wants you to do. If you don't get the length that you're asking, okay, you put it there, you get one there.
So Ian again, nice and consistent with his line and length.
Not too far away with this one. Great bowl.
Good bowl.
Yeah, they're a well-oiled machine, this Suburban team.
Playing well together, yes.
Yep, they are playing exceptionally well together. And
So Ben seems to have a good bowl here as well.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, great bowl.
Good bowl.
Good bowl, Benny.
Ian looks like a good bowl with his second as well.
He's just going to turn just outside Benny's.
Good position. Benny's with his second, looks to be on a good track as well.
Might be.
Yeah, good start.
Good start there from Ben.
So Eddie's been playing well. Let's see if he can get in the area with these first.
He's still coming, but
just need to pass that front one. Yep, he's in the
good
zone.
bowl. Again, another good bowl.
Josh is in the zone as well.
Yep. Just a little bit more weight on Josh's.
A little heavy. Look good.
Yeah, it could be handy there.
Dave now wants Eddie to change his hand. Looks like a good line
He's
again.
got a very good line here. Yep.
Well done,
Great
Eddie.
bowl. Yep.
Yeah, Eddie's playing well.
To my mind, he's the player of the group at the moment. He's
Yes. Yeah, everything that
he's-
Dave's asked him to do, he's completed
done
it.
That's right, and he's taken the pressure right off
Yeah.
Neil and Dave.
Josh has got a nice bowl here
He's
as
just
well.
going to underneath, I think.
Good bowl by
He
Josh.
did it. Great bowl. Big bowl. Thought he was going to cut there.
Yeah, just held nicely for the jack. So Neil now.
Fairly serious discussion going on with the three from Jubilee.
Yeah.
Trying to work out some way they can
Try and
break this stranglehold.
yes, try and get that momentum change.
Just
Neil was a little short with his first.
so Jubilee have even got their manager up with them at the moment, trying to help them along.
Yes.
Nice bowl here from Duane.
Coming back nicely
Yep.
for the jack.
That's right. Good bowl.
Good bowl, Duane.
Yep, great bowl. Neil with his second bowl. He's
Looks like a nice line
taken
again.
a bit more grass this time.
Yeah.
It's all up to his weight,
It's
which
just gonna fall
he
short again.
just fell short. Similar line too.
Yeah. Duane's out on a nice line. Jubilee needs to
Okay.
take advantage now and try and
Yep.
get a 3 or a 4.
That gives him a 3 at the moment, I would think. Yep, definite 3 there to Jubilee at this stage.
Try and get the little break and win this end. And
That's right. If they're good enough, there's still plenty of time in the games for them to get up.
yeah, just to try and be patient. Maybe not look at the scorers,
Well, they need to ignore the scoreboard at the
Yeah.
moment and just
play each end.
play each end on its merits. Nice line here from Dave Goode.
Be a little heavy. Just
He
through.
just threw. Oh, he's through about three metres, maybe a bit more. Yeah, it gives Justin the opportunity to try and consolidate this. And
Yeah,
make
good
it-
opportunity for Justin to get one in the zone and make it count.
Yep.
Justin's first bowl. Seems to have some nice weight.
Yep. So we'll give him 4 shots.
Yeah, that's a good bowl by Justin.
Very handy bowl there.
Oh, Duane's
And
bowl
Duane's
just
just tipped all over and
fall over and roll the jack
rolled
to
the
fraction.
fraction, but didn't do any damage at all
No.
to the head.
I think he's improved on his weight.
He
though.
certainly has. He's made incredible correction here. If not the shot, it'll be second shot. Second shot. Great bowl there from
Great bowl.
Dave. They are all playing extremely well.
Oh.
That's...
What happens there, Ron? Neil's just
well,
thought
it's
it
up
was
to
the
the
end of the end.
two-thirds. The two-thirds have got to agree that that's where it was.
I think it was a little to the left, wasn't it?
If they can't
That's it.
agree, yeah, that's about where it was. Who kicked that out of the way?
Neil thought it was
Ah, right.
the end, yeah. Was Justin going to try and come down on the backhand again now and try and get to Dave's bowl?
Well, it's possibly his best option.
Justin coming down, trying to reach that bowl of Dave Goode's.
He's a bit weighty for what he's trying to achieve there. Okay.
Okay, one
It's
shot.
1-2 Jubilee, which
Yep.
takes them to 6. Suburban 18 after 13 ends.
So it looks as though Ben's going to see what length they decide to roll here.
Yeah, see, what would have happened? What normally happens in a situation like that? If the thirds can agree
Yep.
to replace the bowl of the kitty where it was prior to that, it's
Yep.
okay. If they can't, it becomes a dead end.
Okay. So Jubilee boys have gone a little longer now.
Well, they had to change it up somehow.
See if this change in length works for them.
And he's got a good line here. Got a pretty handy
Yeah.
bowl here from
That's
Ben.
a good start as
That's
well.
a good start.
So Ian, been playing at 3/4 length, has now got to think
Just.
about the length, yeah.
Well, he's got the experience to know what he's got to do. He's a little bit tight on this, I think.
Yep.
He doesn't. He's gone across the head. Yep.
So now here's a chance for
Well, Benny needs to consolidate.
Ian's bowl. May have even gone into the ditch.
He could have. Well, Benny's coming. Oh, I thought he was coming behind. There's that
There's that, yep.
hanging out again.
Yes.
Stop cheating, Steve.
Yep. It's Ian's bowl didn't land in the ditch. It's just a foot off the ditch.
Foot off the ditch. Okay. It's all right, Robbie. We can manage. Kerry Green, morning, Dave. I assume he's referring to Dave Goode. Kerry would know Dave from Dave's time in Cooktown.
Oh, yeah. Josh with his first has changed over to his forehand.
Forehand, yep.
He's also in the zone.
Great shot bowl. Great
Good
shot
bowl.
bowl there.
Eddie's chance now. Just to see if he can get in the area. He's a little heavy.
That's got to be in the ditch.
That's into the ditch. So that change of length has worked.
It's
for
worked at the moment.
Jubilee at the moment,
Yep,
yes.
yep.
Josh needs to play the same bowl. Yep, good ball by Josh.
It's just where Killer wanted one behind there.
Eddie needs to correct.
He doesn't need to correct by much.
No.
But, he's got a fair line here for his bowl, the way his bowl's been.
Seems to be a little heavy still.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
let's match that one of
He's
Josh's.
matched that one.
Duane's coming in with a nice track.
Yeah, just a fraction short.
So Neil and Madge be playing a similar shot as Eddie.
I would think so. Wouldn't see any reason why Dave would be wanting him to play a different shot. And his backhand.
Yep. Seems to be in the area.
He's played a big bowl here.
That's a good bowl.
Great bowl. It's the one shot to Jubilee at the moment.
Yep.
He's got enough
That's
weight to do the job you're asking him, Killer.
Just a little narrow. So Neil's going to play something similar.
Well, he doesn't have to change much, does he?
No.
Yep, he dropped his
Tight
weight.
and short, I think.
He dropped his weight. And he had about the same line, but just
Yeah. So Jubilee, see if they can just hold the
Hold
mat
the
again
bat,
for this
yep.
end.
Robbie's got to do a little bit of technical adjustment here.
Justin's coming down. A little narrow.
No. Yep.
So Dave now thinking about his shot, what he wants to play.
Well, he's virtually got to play the same shot that he was asking Neil and Eddie to play. This is something on this side you
No,
can
he's
see.
looking on both angles.
Yeah.
One down for Suburban would be a good result.
Okay, an update from South Townsville. After 21 ends, Bourne have won that game 24-12 against Ayr. So Bourne are carrying on their merry way of being unbeaten at this stage. Good result there for Bourne.
Okay, Dave's just played his bowl and pushed that bowl to Benny's across for second shot.
Well, that's not going to hurt.
So that could be another one.
It's a third shot. Oh, definitely a third shot because it's stuck between
Yeah.
Jubilee's two bowls.
Dave's come down and have a look, have a discussion about what shot he needs to play now with Neil.
And the surprise is,
Well, it probably needs to be careful because he's only got that one bowl of his is in the head there.
Well, it wouldn't be worrying Dave if he happened to kill the end, I
True.
wouldn't think. I think he'd be comfortable enough to try and do that. Because if he hits that bowl of Duane's properly, that kitty will spit sideways right across the green.
Yep. Well, it seems he's made his decision.
Yep. And the arm movements were indicating a possible run at that bowl of Duane's.
He's looking for the forehand shot.
And he hasn't missed one yet so far this morning.
No. Does it come back in time?
Yes, he's got it.
And
one shot.
Look where that jack's ended up.
That's right. Just the one.
One shot.
One to Suburban. It takes them on to 19. Jubilee 6 after 14 ends. So we're 2/3 of the way through the game.
13 shots behind.
Yep, 13 shots behind. Could we do a quick run around the green, Robbie, if we get a chance? Yes, Nathan, he hasn't missed one all morning. He's been very accurate with his on shots and also very accurate with his draw shots. The whole team of Suburban are playing like little machines so far.
Playing well.
They're all playing well. There's not one person not contributing. Okay, Wangaratta, Gold City after 17 ends. Gold City 18, Wangaratta 10. Handy little lead to Gold City there. Noola Thuringowa after 17 ends. Noola 20, Thuringowa 11. Cutharinga Guru 19 ends, 32 to Cutharinga, 8 to Guru. So that's a margin builder for Cutharinga there. McNade and Maggie Island, 15 ends played, 12 all. A very tight game there between those two. And Ingham and Collinsville, 14 ends played, Ingham 10, Collinsville 7. That's been a low scoring game.
Yes.
14 ends. And Brandon Home Hill, 16 ends played, Brandon 18, Home Hill 14. Another close game there.
Close game there as well.
Yep.
Ian's two nice close bowls with his first two. Benny with his second.
That brings everybody up to scratch, up to date with our current scores. Here on the live stream, Rick, we have Suburban leading Jubilee 19-6 after 14 ends. 7 ends to go here.
And Ian's got him off to a good start again.
Yep. 2 shots to Suburban at this stage, and Eddie's not going to be far away either. He's played very, very well this
Good bowl
morning.
by Eddie.
Yep, great bowl there by Eddie.
They've just enjoyed this type of length and
Yep.
and played confidently. Josh, it's a little running shot.
He's going to cut across. He doesn't want to take that one. Yeah, well, it's taken out of play. So back to two up for Suburban.
Yep. So Eddie's going to play a similar shot on his backhand. Guess those two barrels at the back is a good bowl as well.
Okay, so that's back to 3 shots up for Suburban.
That shot of Josh's.
Oh, it
might
could
be
be, yeah. It depends
second or
how.
third, hard to tell.
Yes, it's possibly only about a foot, 18 inches
Yeah.
in front of Kitty, so it would be.
Josh is trying to arrive on the shot bowl again, just a little fraction narrow. Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
One shot to
one shot. Okay.
Suburban at the moment. Neil just walking back to the mat, play his shot.
Right, Neil Davis with his first bowl.
Just through a little.
Yep. He's back with these other bowls at the back.
Duane.
That has
Oh, looks as though it's stayed in.
stayed in, definitely stayed in.
And that's Josh's bowl over there as well.
That will certainly change their line of play.
Certainly change their line.
See Benny there with a wry smile on his face. Now, this is new country for everybody out here.
That's going to turn back to the line.
Yep.
Probably need to be right out there in that other rink.
Oh, yep.
Duane's put it out there.
And hope to God it comes back into play.
That's where has that tricky bit. That looks as though it's turned back in.
Yep. It'd be close to being sitting over the line there, I'd say.
Let's see what top shot Dave Goode plays here.
I would be expecting Dave to try and put that kitty out of bounds.
Yeah.
Well, that was a very definite set of instructions to Duane Crichton from Dave then when they
Yeah,
crossed
that
over.
was. Oh, he's going to try and draw.
Well, he's giving himself 2 options here. Dead draw it.
He's in the area as well.
And okay,
Just through.
Just through.
It's a good effort. Justin with his first bowl. Just needs to come back in.
Yeah, he's coming in.
Yeah, good bowls. Looks like 3 shots.
3
to Jubilee.
shots to Jubilee.
Dave's going to try and get another close one.
Well, he'd be definitely trying to arrest the end of Jubilee at this stage, because Dave has never been one to happily give away an
No.
end or shots.
He's trying drawing again on the forehand. Seems to be tracking okay as well.
And what more can you ask for?
Good shot by Dave Goode.
Brilliant shot, actually. Brilliant shot. Sly wink from Dave as he stepped up on the bank.
Justin's trying to get in there and change the head.
Oh,
And nearly
did. So 1 shot to Suburban takes them to 20. Jubilee 6 after 15 ends. 6 ends to go. Steve, this is starting to look like a real carbon copy of the year Dave skipped Alligator Creek.
It is. It is.
'Cause that year they just went along doing their thing fairly quietly.
Yep, quietly and through to the final.
Through to the final. Without much effort too, I must add.
Dave's just
Not happy,
showing
Dave.
in that it's a little short. Let's see if Ian puts his first bowl within the zone. Coming down nicely.
Yep,
Just a little through.
fraction behind.
Ben with his first.
He's not going to be a mile away.
No, he's tracking nicely. Yep, good bowl.
Maybe a foot, 18 inches in front.
Ian with his second bowls, trying to correct. May have just gone through enough. It's forced Ben onto his other hand.
Just lost an ounce of weight there, that's all. Now, by rights, this bowl of Eddie's should not turn all that way in because he's not been taking a lot of turn all morning.
It's tracked back nicely.
He's
but
tracked
running.
nicely, yes. Yep.
It may even be the shot.
Yeah, I think Dave likes it for shot.
I think the breeze has picked up. That hand's starting to turn a lot more now. That
Yeah, this up this end of the green, they'd be picking up that breeze through the two buildings because it comes down through there with a real tunnel effect. 1 and a measure for 2. Okay.
I think Eddie's slightly narrow.
It's all up to his weight now. Just dropped a little bit off his weight.
Josh has changed his hand to the
Changes
backhand.
Yep.
Will it swing back in time?
Well, it'll come back. He's got had a good line on his grass, but just
Just threw a little.
a fraction, just a touch heavy. That's all.
Something that Duane and Justin can work with, but
Yep. Pamela Marsh. Yes, I assume you're referring to Dave Goode's bowl on the last end. It was an exceptionally good shot.
Neil's trying to get in there.
And from our point of view, irrespective of which club you belong to and which club you're supporting this morning, we've got to hand it to great bowl there.
Bye bye, Duane.
Got to hand it to Suburban the way they're playing this morning. They're playing like a very well-oiled machine.
They
Everybody knows what their role is, and everybody's playing it almost to perfection.
Yep. They play to their strategy.
Yep, that's right. And that's not taking anything away from Jubilee. Jubilee is still playing fairly good bowls most of the time, but they're just not getting the opportunity that they possibly would in other circumstances.
Yep.
And they're having to work to get every single shot they can.
Yes.
There's Duane hoping to swing underneath that, and I don't think he's going to. Just coming into picture now.
It may have come back enough. Dave's now deciding what shot to play. I think the wind's picked up, Ron.
Just a little bit. I'm just looking at those palms
Yeah.
on the other side of the green. They've got a little bit of movement in them now.
The umbrellas and the shade cloths starting to move a
The
bit.
way they're moving, the screen would be getting some protection from the building next door.
Yeah.
It's coming across that way.
I think Dave's a little wide here, is he?
Yep, just a fraction. Benny's and Keller's hanging out a little bit.
Yeah.
He's
He comes back
coming
to the way
now.
he holds. It could count.
Maybe,
Yeah,
may
maybe.
well be.
I think Dave's just trying to get in there and draw a second. Tight line.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, they're just having a look.
Yeah, I think it's only 2 shots now.
I think those ones of Duane's to the left there may count.
Wouldn't be backing it, Steve. I'm not too sure.
Okay, they're having a
But
look.
when you change the angle, it looks different again.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm happy to call it 2 for Jubilee at this
Jubilee,
stage and
yeah.
see what develops from here. Justin's got one more bowl to come. See what he can do. He doesn't want to trail that kitty at all.
No. He's It's got a nice opening there to try and get into.
Well, there is. It's a good opening to draw to that. He's coming.
Come back in now.
He's coming. Great bowl there from Killer. Definitely a great bowl.
Okay.
So that's a little change. 1, 2, 3.
Out.
Now we'll see who was the accurate one. Umpire. They don't want to know about it.
Yeah, so looks he's going to measure.
Is he going to chock anything?
He's going to use...
He's just using the telescopic measure.
So he's going to go to Suburban's closest bowl and go from there.
Yes, that wind is starting to have some effect at green level. You see
Yeah. You can see
Peter
the umbrellas.
Wicks's, well, you got the umbrella to start with, but Peter Wicks's clothing's blowing around a little bit. It's not that one, it's not that one.
That one's close.
That's close. Watch your feet there, Peter. Or as the bowling fraternity know him up here, Tony. It's
Yep, so
3,
that's 4, I think.
4 shots
4 shots to
Jubilee, which takes them to 10, Suburban 20 after 16 ends.
So they've got another
couple
5
more,
ends.
yeah, a couple more multiples, and it could change. That should give Jubilee a little bit of a lift and a kick there now.
Yes, a bit more confidence and.
Because as we know, confidence plays a huge part in bowls.
It does. Get you in that right frame of mind.
Yep, that's correct. And I suppose you can apply that to most sports too, Steve.
Yes. Yep.
You need to be confident in your ability to do what you have to do.
Ian now needs to draw in close on this longer length.
Just a smidgen short of a gallop there for Ian.
Fraction wide as well. Gives Ben the opportunity to improve on his first.
That's right. And he's tightened it up. Didn't really change his length at all, just tightened it up.
No.
And yes, not happy.
No.
Slap of the cloth and
Has Ian improved? If he just clears that one, could be the shot.
no sort of indication from Dave as to
No. Josh with his first. Seems to be in the area.
Yep.
Yeah, good bowl by Josh.
I'd be calling that one the shot, for sure. all of a sudden we're crossing the head.
Yes. Their weight's good, but they're just...
And flop down.
Josh with his next one.
Well, he's still coming. Just ran
Good home there for
through
Josh.
but a roll and a half too much, that's all.
And he's just gone a fraction
Yeah.
wide there.
Okay, so Justin's telling us they've got one.
One, yeah, must be that bowl of Josh's.
Yep. Right, now Duane's cutting the head.
Yeah. Seem to be all crossing the head at the time.
It could be a change in the
Yeah.
green
conditions,
itself,
yeah.
not drying out.
Yep.
Because at about this time yesterday morning, we noticed the green was changing.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, it's been fairly overcast all morning as well, so
yeah, there was, but it's
it still dries out.
it still
with the
dries out. Yeah, because we had that sun for a while.
Wind.
Right. Neil Davis with his first bowl
Yeah.
and crossing the head.
Yeah. You might be too afraid to go too wide because it hangs out there. This could be a better
This
line.
is a better line. Great bowl there from Duane. Big bowl,
Wow.
3 shots.
Made 3 shots.
Yep. Great correction. Yes,
So
says Dave. Get
Dave's
rid of it.
already made his decisions.
Yeah. If you don't, I will. Well, Neil's got every chance to clean all 3 of those bowls out.
In the area
And
as
he's
well.
in the area. He's got
Oh,
one.
he's got one.
Taken one out. Dave's not moving. He's going to stay and watch
See what Justin
what Justin does.
does. Yep.
Okay, thank you. Remembered to check behind them.
Justin's going to try and get around the back area here.
Yeah, handy
Ended up
bowl
in a good
there.
spot. See what Dave Goode does here now.
Well, it won't stop Dave from having a slap at it,
Yeah.
because I would think he would be fairly confident of. Although that bowl of
No, the way he was
Duane's
smashing-
is a toucher, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a toucher.
Is he prepared to give one away, or is he going to be greedy and try and win the end himself?
If they lose their red bowl there of Eddie's, they might be
In a bit of
might
trouble.
bring the front one of Duane's in.
Yeah,
So
definitely would.
maybe going for a backhand just to get in the area.
Right, he's coming forehand.
Uh, well, Justin now may be thinking about that red bowl.
Could be. Yeah, the wind's picking up a little bit more now, Steve.
Yeah. So yeah, they're thinking about that.
Yeah, well, he's got a little bit of protection there from Ben at the front, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He needs to be just underneath Ben. Clear Duane.
Yep.
Oh, he's coming forehand. Oh,
He's back in. He might be looking for
He's
that red
backhand.
bowl.
I'd say he is by the look
It's
of
in the
this.
area. Oh. Goodness.
Unfortunate there.
Fortunate. Got the edge of it.
Yep.
He's taken one of his own out.
Yeah, well, that's given Dave a completely different perspective of the whole situation now.
Just going to try
To
and
try
draw.
and draw it.
And if he goes one down,
Well,
it's a good result.
That's the recommendation anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, just draw a shot. Tell you what, Ronnie, wasn't too far away.
He nearly got the edge of that to push it across
One
to
to
Ian's
Jubilee.
bowl. Okay, 1-2 Jubilee, which takes them to 11, Suburban 20 after 17 ends.
Well, Ronnie,
4
now
ends
that
to
a couple
go.
of games have finished, I'm going to
Yes,
go
you-
out and prepare for my
you've-
next game.
You've got some practice to do.
Yep.
Thank you very much, Steve. We
No
appreciate
problems,
your
Ron.
time this morning. Hope you enjoyed your time on the commentary.
Yep, that was very good. Thanks for the opportunity.
No worries. Good luck this afternoon and tomorrow.
Thank you.
Okay, Benny leading off for Jubilee. Jubilee having won that last end. They've stretched the kitty out to almost a full length. And we thank Steve Motton sincerely for giving up his time this morning to join us on the commentary. They had South Townsville had the bye this morning, which enabled him to come in and give us some assistance here, give us his insight into the game. One of our more experienced skips, Steve Motton, currently in the 40 to 59 state squad, which this team hasn't been selected yet, or the side hasn't been selected, but Steve is in the squad. He travelled to Brisbane last weekend to participate in the state trials. Robbie, can we switch ends, please? That's okay, mate. There we go. That's okay. No problems. I was not taking a lot of notice of that screen. I'm sorry. Okay, Josh running through, crossing the head, running through with his first bowl. Bowls are still running on a fairway on this green at the moment, so pace is still there. It hasn't slowed up at all. So there's obviously still a reasonable amount of moisture in the surface. Eddie Whitehouse with his first bowl and is not too far away. Big bowl here from Eddie Whitehouse. He is playing well this morning. Almost this afternoon, but still morning by 1 minute. Robert King, you're asking can we please get, but you're not telling us what you would like. Okay. Right. Big bowl from Eddie Whitehouse there. We've come to expect nothing less from Eddie this morning. He is playing extremely well. His second bowl. I'll see if I can get Robbie to give us a bit of a look at what sort of bowl Eddie's playing with. It certainly looks like an arrow, but what type of arrow, we're not sure. That shot bowl, Robbie, that might give you a gauge. Because Eddie is taking substantially less grass than all the others and still managing to hold his line. It was Duane Cahill's first bowl. Got caught up in that cluster of bowls at the front. Okay, it's Turbo Pro. Right, that explains a few things. Yes, if we can get a chance, Robbie, if we can do a quick... Neil Davis's first bowl, he's still coming. Okay, where are we here? That one's finished. Maybe we need to encourage the seconds to give us their scores. That one's finished as well. There's only, there's still three rinks going here at the moment. Okay, McNade, Magnetic Island. After 19 ends, Magnetic Island 15, McNade 14. There's a bit of subtle change of leadership there. And Ingham, Collinsville game, after 18 ends, Ingham 18, Collinsville 7. And the last one's finished as well. And that's Ingham Collinsville, we've just done that, 18 ends, 18-7. We've done that one. That's all we've got left on, Robbie. We'll have to do a check with the scorers inside. Yep. Okay. No, that's okay, Robbie. Thank you for that. And on rink 1, we have Suburban 20, Jubilee 1 after 17 ends. So 4 ends to go here. Okay. Yes, I was watching a different monitor, Robert, and as soon as I went to check our main monitor, I noticed that we weren't on the green where we should have been. So Robbie and I'll take the blame for that. Okay, Dave Goode with his first bowl. And Suburban currently holding possibly, well, 4 shots by the look of all this at the moment. As we heard Killer say earlier, there's nothing on, nothing happening, and still nothing on and nothing happening. They're not holding back with their driving. So we've seen 2 bowls now rebound off the bank, back up the green. Dave ran straight through with that one. Still a little bit too much weight. We assume it's 1, 2. 2 to Suburban. That takes them to 22, Jubilee 11 after 18 ends. Okay. Yeah, a bit of breeze around now, Robbie. Right, Jubilee back to their short to 3/4 ends, length ends. It's been very successful for them this length this morning. They come into this game with a definite plan. And the plan has worked perfectly for them. Ian Crichton with his first bowl, and Ian doing what Ian does best, giving his skip a good start. Benny Cribbin with his first. Nice try there nice effort from Benny. Okay. Second bowl of Ian's. Yes, it's the wind doing that, Robbie. Right, we've got a slight issue with one of our cameras, that the wind's playing a little bit of havoc with it, so Robbie's heading off at a pace now to try and rectify it. So you just bear with us for a minute or two. I'll try and work out what's going on by the action of the players up this end. Doesn't appear to be much reaction happening off the bench at the moment. No reaction from just a light, clap from the Jubilee players. Josh may have done something there. So, as I repeat, you'll have to excuse us for a couple of minutes. The wind is starting to play havoc with that far camera. And Robbie's furiously trying to rectify it. Josh Bourne about to play his second bowl into the abyss that we don't know what's happening to. No, not as yet, Robbie. Oh, on your monitor, yeah, no, that's okay. Okay, Robbie's worked his miracles again, and we're back to the live action. Yeah, we had that. That was happening to us on Thursday too, wasn't it? Yeah. Yep. Right, so it looks like Suburban's holding 2, possibly 3 shots here at the moment. Duane Cahill playing his first shot, looking to, okay, possibly kill the end or not. Are we picking up bowls and coming? Yes, we are. Okay. So Duane was asked to hit the kitty, which he did, and kill the end. So we're currently Suburban 22, Jubilee 11 on 18 ends. I see across the green that South Townsville have arrived and are having some practice bowls which they're entitled to, as they had the bye this morning. Our rules do allow them to have practice if they've had a bye or they have come from South Townsville to here. There's 2 completely different surfaces here in South Townsville. And being a non-timed game, it allows them time to have their practice. All it does is affect the finishing time at the end of the evening. Right, great start here again from Ian Crichton. Dave had that end stretched out a little bit this time. Good reply here from Ben. Great reply there from Ben. Big bowl. Yep. Ian's not too far away with this one either. Great bowl there from Ian. 2 brilliant bowls. Perfect leading. Absolutely perfect leading. A little bit of frustration creeping into Justin. Things aren't just not quite working for them at the moment. Right, Eddie Whitehouse from Suburban playing his first bowl of this end. We've determined that Eddie's using Aero Turbo Pros. We knew it was something going on there because the line he's been taking all morning so far has been totally different to the others. As soon as we noticed they were Turbo Pros, that explained a lot. Nice bowl there from Eddie at the back. Yep. So Josh Bourne just tucking around the back. About 1.5 meters behind the head there. Right, we've got the wind still playing around with that camera by the look of it. It's still flickering, but no. Okay. All right, Robbie's giving me a lesson in the technical side of things. Yeah. Okay. Right, at this stage we have Suburban definitely holding one shot, could be two. But definitely one. Neil Davis heading to the mat to play his two bowls. One at a time, obviously. That was a deliberate bowl. He was asked to put one in that area to get in their way, and he's done that. That was possibly not the result that Killer wanted, as he's taken his own back bowl out now. Neil Davis looking to draw another shot. He's still coming. Slowing up. He's starting to blow some smoke now, so bowls in the eye of Duane. Okay, so he's taken two Suburban bowls out, lost his own, and Suburban is still holding one shot. A perfect lead bowl from Ian Crichton, and just as good a reply from Benny Cribbin. One thing we do know, no one is going to score an 8 off this end, Robbie. Dave Goode trying to clutter up the head, or the front of the green rather. Benny's let fly with one, taking his own out and spun away, and Suburban still have one shot with that front bowl of Neil Davis. It could be a measure. Right. Well, I can assure the viewers that Dave Goode will not be that far away, and he's not. Right. Definitely got one. Justin's been told to kill it. Yep, okay. So, what have we got? Umpire, they've definitely got a call for the umpire to measure that. It's a little bit further than their tapes will stretch. So it's definitely one to Suburban. Okay. Thank you. Thanks, Josh. Two shots to Suburban there. That takes them to 24. Jubilee 11 after 19 ends. 2 ends to go. Up and back, as we quite often refer to it. So an 11-shot lead there to Suburban. "12 shots." Okay, Robbie was just putting the score up there. 24-11 after 19 ends. Right, I see Bourne have arrived back from South Townsville, having their practice bowls. Ian throwing the kitty. Oh, Dave will not be happy with that. He has paced it out. All he'll be hoping is that Ian puts the kitty, the bowl on the kitty. Centering the kitty. Okay. Ian leading off now. He's tracking in nicely. Another great start from Ian. Replicating his last end. Any Cribbin with his first lead bowl. He's got a good track also. Just that fraction short. Dave's calling Ian to come round the back. I think he's well aware that there's going to be some bowls thundering down the green and wants some cover at the back. Ian threw his hands in the air then for a second, said, "That's not where I was supposed to go." A little hop there, for some reason or other. I haven't seen that before this weekend. Handy bowl at the back there for Benny Cribbin. Okay, Eddie Whitehouse. Second for Suburban, playing his first bowl. It's Josh Bourne, just cutting across the head and running through a bit. It must be said, in all fairness, and no disrespect to Jubilee, but they really have been outplayed this morning by Suburban. Suburban have put on a bit of a show all morning from all four players. They seem to be doing everything that they've been asked of their skip. Josh with his second bowl. He's got a fairly reasonable track here. Crack that. Kitty goes back. And I'm not too sure if there's another bowl on the side there. Robbie might be able to pan across to it a little bit for us. If you can bring the camera down a little bit so we have the kitty in the bottom. That's it. Thanks, Robbie. Yeah, could be anybody's guess there. Depends on how far back Eddie Whitehouse's bowl is. Neil Davis with his bowl. Played it very well. Yeah, nice bowl there from Neil Davis. Just must be half a bowl past Jack High. Okay, I think that's going to be what we'll see from both Duane and Justin for the next two ends. Right, Neil Davis with his second bowl. And he's definitely got to come behind. And it's come behind to a good home. That's taken possibly both bowls out of the equation, which will leave Jubilee holding one shot. I would have thought it was a fairly simple decision to take from Dave's point of view. Just draw a shot, which he's trying to do. And he's got a good line coming in here. Yep, that'll set him up for one. So Justin's either got to try and get rid of that or kill the end in the hope of living again. He's trying to draw two. A handy looking bowl here from Justin. That'll give him the shot, I think. Yep, that's definitely the shot. Well done. Now, is Dave just going to endeavour to draw inside that, or is he going to try and push it out of the... No, he's just drawing. Wise decision. Right, just one down, so 1 to Jubilee at this point in time. I can't see how we get 3 out of this head. However, he's winding up. He's going to try and get either the kitty or the bowl. The bowl, I assume he's going for. The orange bowl of Dave Goode's. And he didn't need that. He was holding shot. He's now 2 down. So 2 shots to Suburban takes them to 26. Jubilee 11 after 20 ends. About to start the last end. Okay, Ian Crichton with his first bowl. Nice line, nice weight. Just crossing the head marginally. Finished up jack high. Benny Cribbin, again with a good line. His weight looks fairly good. He's just coming around now and has drawn a shot. Well done, Benny. Okay, Ian Crichton with his second bowl. Looks like it's hanging a little bit, although it's starting to turn now. But still hung out there. You just take that little bit of extra grass on that hand and it will hold out there. Ben with his second bowl. He's got a good line here. Little touch of the kitty back to himself. No, yep, well that gives him definitely 1 shot, possibly 2 shots there. 1 and a measure, says Dave. Dave will give nothing away to anybody. He's very miserly in that way. Eddie Whitehouse on the mat, playing his first bowl as the second. Eddie's round the back. Dave was quite happy with that. Josh Bourne. He's got a nice line here. Yep. Nice bowl there from Josh. That's potential 3 there for Jubilee. He's Eddie this time. Dave Goode's hoping he can draw the shot. And he has. So that's a turnaround of 2 shots. Suburban now holding 1 shot. Josh Bourne with his second bowl. Just fell away a little bit there. Neil Davis adding to the head. Just hung out. Duane Cahill. Duane's played quite well this morning. He's fallen away at the moment. Neil Davis with his second bowl. Okay. As Dave Goode said, that's close. Right. Potentially the last 4 bowls we'll be seeing for this morning's match. Yeah, we almost have a perfect semicircle around the kitty. Dave Goode's stepping onto the mat for his first bowl. I assume he'll be just trying to draw. He's still coming. Yep. Nice bowl there from Dave. Resting toucher. I can't see daylight between the kitty and the bowl, so. Yes, there was a slight. Okay. Let's change the picture up a little bit. Nice bowl from Justin there. Pop the kitty sideways. Okay. Looked like Neil Davis indicated that his bowl was shot. Okay. Unless this end is killed, that's Dave's last bowl for this game. Justin's not aiming to kill anything. He's aiming to try and draw the shot. Just holding up and running through. One, well, we assume so. Right, so that was 1 to Jubilee there. So the end of 21 ends. Suburban 26, Jubilee 12. At this stage, we'd like to say farewell for this morning's game. Thank our sponsors, Dunn Cup sponsors, Gallivanter Travel, Hutchinson's Builders, Lexmar Training, Signs of Excellence, Muddy's Kitchen, Cutharinga Rhinos, and North Queensland District Men's Bowls Association. We thank them for their support. Without that support, we would not be able to carry on this match. So we have a last minute measure going on. I think it's possibly a case of working out what their margin's going to be. Yep, so that was that shot. That was Suburban's bowls. That might have a bearing on the final score. So that could be 11-27, Robbie, after 21 ends. Okay, just a little bit of confusion on the green there. We assumed the players were all picking their bowls up, but only some were picking their bowls up that weren't in the count. They were leaving the other 2 bowls there to be measured. All right, let's say good morning to you, or good afternoon to you this afternoon. We will be back in approximately an hour for Game 2.